I think I'm live now, by the way. I don't think they can hear you two, by the way. Yeah, I'm checking the stream. Nothing. Yeah, good. I need my safe codes up, because I can't remember any of them. Alright. Billy Badass, Timmy Tough Knuckles, Dangerous Dan.
Oh shit, look.
Who do you think would win in the fight? Billy Badass, Dangerous Dan, or Timmy Tough Knuckles?
Okay.
I'm going with Billy Badass personally.
Very creative.
What do you think, Harry? Who do you think's winning that?
Let's get closer and scope it out. Idiots.
Harry, who do you think's winning? Billy Badass, Timmy Tough Knuckles, or Dangerous Dan?
Okay, here we go.
I would say Billy Badass. Bro, what is your obsession with space chimps?
God damn it. Well, what do we do now?
They may be.
Oh shit. The note. What? The note mentioned that there's
I don't
gas
know.
in the courthouse
Not what space
garage
chimps, I'm
and
sorry.
the dome.
Alright. Courthouse garage and the dome. So what's the plan for finding these places?
We ride around and see what we see.
Right, plan is I'm going to go for the dangerous areas first. I'm Dangerous Dan.
So, where are we?
Switch to Billy Badass, please. We need a DPS. I think.
Pretty sure.
Someone go Dangerous Dan.
Oh, nice. We'll mark it up as we go.
If someone plays Ultra in my games, they're throwing. I'm not even kidding. I'm just reporting him. He looks so ass.
What the hell happened out here? I'm guessing the military bombed the shit out of this place.
Why would they do that?
We don't need another one of them.
That were lost to the infected.
I swear, if I load into a game, I see Adam Warlock, Jeff Landshark, and Ultron as my supports. I'm leaving.
On the infected or the rebels?
0 heals the entire game.
Shit. Believe me, you're lucky you didn't grow up in a QZ. I'm starting to get that.
I literally have 0 pistol ammo. Let's go. That's one out for the count. Ooh, I can get my arrow back. Fucking idiots, didn't see me. Fucking hell. Oh shit. You're not dead. Oh, I can't die here, Ellie, you fucking prick. Oh, my aim's awful.
Okay. That's all of them.
They don't look like soldiers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not sure. Where are we?
You think this is the bank?
Looks like a bank.
Ooh. Fancy schmancy.
Great. Yes. How was that, Grim? How was that foul? Please. I thought you were about to say something quite foul. Okay. Alright. I got my little code app up so I know what the safe is. I'm so tough. I'm so Toby Tough Knuckles.
Got it.
Excalibur. I thought that was pretty tough. I thought that was pretty Timmy Tough Knuckles.
Look at all this money. The bag's full.
Man, if we were back in the old world.
Pretty.
Whew, we'd be rich.
A max of 4 ammo was shotty. I played on Grounded on my first playthrough, so I had no clue what my max ammo was for anything. They spotted me. I'm not going to use it. Click it, it's way more dangerous. Fucking silly bitch.
Agreed. Hey, if you lived in the old world, what would you buy with all that money? But you can get a full
Arthur
house.
Morgan.
Okay. What would you get?
A space shuttle.
Oh, that's great.
Guys.
Your astronaut thing.
Hey, it's cooler than a...
In my opinion, Ellie would beat Kratos, because if Ellie, like, sneaks up on Kratos...
That place was crazy. Alright, let's find that gas.
I've already found all of the collectibles. I'm so tough. So I'm Timmy Tough Knuckles. Yeah, he'll beat you up, mate. Yeah, my name's Timmy Tough Knuckles, and this is my story. I bet it is, mate. Don't look at it, it's a trap to get you to become a femboy. Actually.
Whoa, check out the tank.
I'll make it off the fucking horse, you tit.
Kinda sad.
Yep.
I've never seen one of these in action.
Darling Prime.
Yikes. These guys had a bad day.
What is it?
Burnt skeletons.
That shot
Not how
yellow.
I'd want to go out.
Lovely, lovely.
Kinda like those astronauts.
What are you talking about?
One of the early moon missions, there was an electrical fire and the astronauts burned up in their capsule.
Can we not say the S word?
Well, at least they died for
Very
something
rude.
worthwhile.
Exactly. These guys were just assholes killed
Ooh.
by other assholes.
How much are his skins? How much do things cost in
Is this
Warframe?
place sturdy?
I don't know.
How much do the skins cost in Warframe? It can't be that much.
Careful.
Fucking hell. Warframe.
Made it.
I thought it wouldn't be too expensive for Warframe, because I doubt many people spend that much money on Warframe. What's Warframe?
Okay, I think that's
I
everything here.
always thought Warframe was pretty pay to win, because I had like 2 Warframes when I played for like 30 hours. They didn't let you like trade your like free plat that you got from PlayStation Plus as well, which is such a stupid move. Really hated that. My horsey love me.
Dude, easy jump. Don't worry.
Worrying's in my blood, so...
Man, check this out. This thing's a relic. There we go.
Oh my god, it's Billy Badass. Can you change your name on Warframe?
Ellie?
Yeah,
Do you
Yeah.
know what you're doing?
I think so.
What about your like name that people see? Oh. I was gonna ask if you two could change it to Billy Badass and Timmy Tough Knuckles and that.
Got it.
Wait, can't we rename ourselves in what's it? Rivals? Let's be Billy Badass, Dangerous Dan, and Timmy Tough Knuckles. I dibs Billy Badass. Anyone but Dangerous Dan, honestly. Dangerous Dan and Timmy Tough Knuckles.
Check out the bullet holes in the center of the
Alright, Dad, you're Dangerous Dan.
Whoa. This guy was an officer.
Traveling in a ration truck?
Trying to hide, maybe?
Unsuccessfully.
Wait, Melvin Gert
sure
and
looks
Pack
that way.
God? That'd be such a... Yes. I want Melvin. I want Melvin. Where? Actually, good point. I want Gert.
Hey, I think I found the courthouse.
Pack God's probably taken thinking about it.
On the building that says...
So can you be Daniel? That's a person in the Melvin lore. I remember watching a Melvin video and he had someone with him called Daniel who's got them arrested.
Recognize anyone?
No. They're too old. The group that came to Jackson would have been kids.
Wasn't Joel all about coffee?
Kidding me? He'd trade half his stuff for a bag of beans.
I never got it. Tastes like... shit.
Thank you. Acquired taste, my ass.
I can't go until I've had my coffee. Craft exploding arrows, sorry. Yum. Thank God, Harry. Thank God they can't hear you. I'm streaming. No, don't worry, they can't hear you, Harry, because we're in the Discord. Harry, if we weren't in the Discord, I would have been screaming at you. If everyone's on tomorrow, do you want to stream Rivals?
How do they get inside these places?
I don't know. I hate
Guys,
that
if everyone's on tomorrow, do you want to stream Rivals? Thank you. If anyone else has it. I can. Very well. In my opinion, we should like combine our goon splurges into like one like ultimate goon. Hey team, this is real gooning material. sure you didn't just say that? My little kitten. Fucking hell, mate. Turns out they can. This is hearable. I'd screw. Fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. I've been nerfed. I've been nerfed.
Hear that?
I hear it. Infected.
It's coming from the courthouse. This is gonna
I
suck.
think Harry did say it when I was
At least we're
doing it
away from
once, and I had to end it immediately. Well, like a while back, I was streaming, yeah, and you said something very cool.
I got it.
Let's see what we got in here.
I think you forgot. I do remember you apologising, so...
What's this?
Here's their plans to hit that convoy.
Man, WLF just wiped the military out. Way more successful
can I
than
craft?
Fireflies ever were.
Nothing that I want. I have a dream.
Goonie and Ghost would have loved this.
I do. Improved Molotovs. Is this one good? Yeah. The upgrade path looks pretty nice.
Who?
They were these feral cats I had before I came to Jackson. But they didn't seem to want to leave with us. I miss those scratchy little shits sometimes. Do you have any pets?
I'm gonna get a
It's never really my
suppressor
thing.
because suppressors make me overpowered.
Alright, deal.
So we're Billy Badass. Primed cock. Alright.
Where are you going?
There's something back here.
Is it one of you two watching? 'Cause it says I've got 2 viewers. Is it one of you watching or no? Hey, random guy. I'm not going to tell them that, Harry. I wonder why. Oh, my dad. I forgot what the code was, and it's on the wall, I think. Use gate code. Hulking Beast. It's 4:51. I'm so stupid. Right, that's that done. I think I've got another collectible here. In a sec.
That was some good scavenging.
There we have it. Oh, I just got a bunch of shit from that. I've got 8 shotgun ammo right now. Fucking hell, this is more than I ever had on Grounded. No, I'm talking about the difficulty.
Hey, that building's got something on top I'd call dome-like.
What even is that?
Fuel distribution. Here we go.
Fedra secured the shit out of this place.
Boston always had.
Didn't they make like a
shortages.
sequel for
People get
Forest?
desperate.
I heard. Is it good? Because I've heard pretty. Really? I've heard the opposite. I remember when it came out, I kept hearing people like say it was pretty bad, but I don't know. I don't play Forest. I don't care. To be honest, the only thing I did see is that someone beat the game in like 2 minutes because they exploited themselves into like the final bunker area or something. I found that pretty funny. That's the game's fault, to be honest.
Can you get through?
They should have play tested.
Alright, I got you.
I think it's fixed. Well, if it's not fixed, I'd be surprised. It's been out for like 2 years or something, right?
Stay low.
Boy, what the hell? I don't know. Hi, Tiger. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm talking to people on a BC, but they can't be heard in stream, by the way. Just in case you ask.
Shit.
Die. Okay. Go on, Dina. Kill them.
I don't get it. If there were still people around, they would have cleared this place out, right?
Maybe they didn't make it to this spot.
Maybe. Let's find that gas.
Go. Right. I forgot what you do in this section. I think it's literally just like random shit.
Hey, Ellie. This place is a synagogue.
How can you tell?
Harry, I'm in your, like,
There are menorahs.
church. I'm in, like, the Jewish church area.
It's a Jewish thing. And two, I didn't burst into flames just now, so...
Burst into flames?
It's
Harry,
just a
it's
dumb
okay to be proud of your
Like the other
religion.
ones?
You shut it.
Yes, you are.
This place brings back a lot of memories. My sister used to drag me to the synagogue all the time.
You never struck me as
Yeah,
much of a believer.
By the way, your message Jewish church, Tiger, got,
You mean after Outbreak Day?
it got a, what's it,
The Inquisition
flag or
and
something.
the Holocaust.
I don't know the real word, synagogue.
Barely.
Well, I'm not sure my friends would know what a synagogue was on first hearing, so I'm sorry if that was incredibly racist. Please stop talking, Harry. I've had enough of you. I've had more than enough of you. I gotta go now. Well, thanks for staying for 2 seconds.
Here we go.
Oh, if you're doing well, bro. Haven't seen you in a while. Well, that is literally because I haven't streamed, and
Language.
my friend asked me to kiss you goodnight, so
It's empty.
That sucks. Now what?
I know going from Skylanders to this is a little bit of a jump. Actually, it was 2 minutes. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Have a nice day, though. I'll lurk. Alright. Can hear me being really autistic.
Do you still pray?
Sometimes.
Wukong, sorry.
When?
I said when I love Jackson. I said when I chose great.
Here I go.
Sometimes I just say little ones to myself.
Does it help?
I think it calms me. Helps me put things in perspective.
How 180, alright.
Way to deal with grief. A way to show respect.
Harry, I'm escaping the synagogue. I'm sorry for leaving your religion behind. What
Hey,
if?
what are you doing?
Bet I can get to the other balcony with this.
What if Harry Ball had a built-in emote?
Okay. Ellie, careful.
It's okay. It's holding.
Harry, I'm escaping the synagogue. I'm sorry for leaving your religion behind.
Nothing to it.
I am.
Come on, Dina.
Right.
How can it not be a prime? I'm in my prime, boy. Sorry, that was foul. I'm not going to say that again, actually.
Okay.
If I die to full damage in this, I'm quitting.
Let's go find the courthouse.
I'm not going for the platinum if
Might be worth
that's the
grabbing some
case.
supplies before we press on.
Yeah, what do you think I've done, Dina? I've only not explored one
It's
area
peaceful
because
out
that
here,
takes me
at
to my
least.
upgrade
It's
station.
weird being an
which I'm
accusee
going
and
to
not
use
hearing trucks.
after I beat the area.
Or gunfire and explosions.
My sister always avoided QZs. That's probably why. She just got more and more paranoid.
I'm
She'd
quite
sometimes
unique.
wake up screaming in the middle of the night.
That's rough.
We always had a backpack so we could bail if something happened. Never stayed in one place for more than a few weeks. It sucked.
Maybe it was my rival. Actually, do I want a suppressor for this section? Yeah. I don't know. Clicker. Hydrofluoric acid, mate. Alright, new video idea. Ranking every hydrochloric acid. Starting at... Okay, what's it last? Oh, we've got a runner. Well, I didn't... Well, where's Tyson at when you need the university? Actually, I think I die for that. No, I don't. I'm better than you.
Okay.
Hydrocarbons.
Let's find that gas.
It's
I wonder what it
hydrocarbons
was
for
like to serve on a
chem,
jury.
for the chemist.
But it was fun. Sit down, look at evidence, try to tell if somebody's lying.
Just give me 5 minutes and my knife. I'd tell you if they were lying or not.
Oh, wow, okay.
Can we not flip each other off? No swearing, please. I'm going to craft a Molotov cocktail. The suffering of fast fashion, as my year 8 English teacher would say. You remember when what was it? Miss Jury made like the whole like fast fashion thing for like the start of the year for some reason.
Coming.
Anything but our GCSEs. It's actually such a fuck ass time, bro.
You ever been to a courthouse before?
Nope.
You're telling me you never got in trouble back in Boston?
Oh, I got in trouble. But never landed in a courthouse.
Wait, your warframes aren't great?
Serious shit went down here.
Brought it on yourself, I guess.
Oh, I don't remember the code for that.
This might come in handy.
What's it say?
This guy was a Fedra commander or something.
Right, I gotta
losing to
search
the
up the
WLF
safe
and
code because I
trying to
cannot
escape.
remember it.
How big is this group if they were able to beat the army?
You don't need a lot if you're that vicious. We need to be careful.
Let's just be smart about it.
Okay, Jesse.
Alright. Well, here's a black myth in it. You platinum trophied that black myth at Wukong, right? Thought so. Would you recommend it if it goes on sale, or how much are we saying, like, reasonable pricing for it? I can check. Sorry, Tiger, I know you're lurking. You wanna probably watch stream, but... Black Myth, Wukong. 55. $13 under. I'll try it out one day. Is it like God of War, or is it like...
Parking garage.
Well, the gas is in there, right?
Well, that's what the note said.
Well, let's get down
The height. Oh, for fuck's sake. Permadeath, yeah. Yeah, look what I just did, mate. I went down the fucking elevator too fast and I have to reset the whole fucking chapter. Oh, I'm doing that part first, bro. I just spent 30 minutes of my life doing that.
Oh shit, look.
And I'm not doing my part, bro.
That's gotta be it.
Here we go again.
Let's find a way past this, fuck.
Right, hi expired, hope
Very
you're well.
creative. Gets right to the point.
Fucking
Let's get
enemy, bro.
closer and scope it out.
I'm doing that part first, then.
Okay, here we go.
For fuck's sake.
It's out of gas.
God damn it.
Oh, and expired before you ask, I've got 2 swats in the
Oh,
DC
shit.
that can't be heard on stream.
What?
The note mentioned that there's gas in the
Yes, you are.
house garage and the dome.
Alright.
Oh,
House garage in the dome.
don't threaten me with a good time. Oh.
So what's the plan for finding these places?
We ride around and see what we see.
You think Tommy came through here?
So, where are we?
Pretty sure we're here.
Ah, nice.
I'm not going down an elevator fast ever again.
What the hell happened out here?
I'm guessing the military bombed the shit out of this place.
Why would they do that?
Well, they would sometimes destroy parts of the city that were lost to the infected. Or to rebels.
I'm just gonna do the
That
main
seems like
part
overkill.
first.
Well,
So I'll do this, that,
it
and then I'll
usually
do the
worked.
bank, 'cause that's
On the
the
infected or the
most
rebels?
difficult and non...
both.
Oh, Harry, I'm back at your favourite place.
You're lucky you did fuel distribution. Here we go.
Fedra secured the shit out of this place.
Boston always had food shortages.
Thank God.
Can you get through?
Thank God.
Alright,
Get
I got you.
at my crib. Have you finished this game already, or are you just trying out permadeath? Yeah, I finished this game on the hardest difficulty. It was very fun. I'm playing it on a easier difficulty because I'm not doing grounded permadeath. You can tell I've beat it because I have the fuck-ass SMG. Yeah, say that again, dear. Whoa. Oh, I just gotta remember, I gotta search up the safe codes again, for fuck's sake. Ooh, what a lovely headshot. Right, where do I want to go?
I think that's all.
Up I
don't get
up I
it.
hop.
If there were still people around, they would have cleared this place out.
Maybe they didn't make it here.
Maybe. Let's find that gas.
Well, let's find that gas. If only Ellie looked like Bella Ramsey in the game as well, then it'd be so good.
Hey, Ellie. This place is a synagogue.
How can you tell?
One, there are menorah decorations on the wall. It's a Jewish thing. And two, I didn't burst into flames just now.
It's a Jewish thing,
Burst
Harry.
into flames?
It's just a
Harry, they
dump.
mentioned you.
Oh, unlike your other ones.
You shut it.
Harry, you Dina?
This place brings back a lot of memories.
Eggman.
My sister used to drag me to a synagogue all the time.
You never struck me as much of a...
Eggman would solo everyone in The Last of
I
Us,
like
just
coming
saying.
from a line of survivors.
You mean after Outbreak Day?
That, and the Inquisition, and the Holocaust. My family always made it out
Yep,
alive.
please stop talking about
Barely.
that, please. I want to push the thing. But when I get gas.
Found the gas. Here we go.
Heal.
God damn it.
Hey, language.
Yeah, Ellie, stop fucking swearing, mate, you twat.
It's empty.
That sucks. Now what?
We'll try our luck at the courthouse garage. Let's get out of here.
When did I get revolver ammo? You know what I think?
Do you still pray?
Sometimes.
Really? When?
I said one in of Jackson. I said one in Joel's grave. Sometimes I just say what it means to myself.
Does it help?
I think it calms me. It helps me put things in perspective.
Ellie.
It's a way to deal with grief. A way to show respect.
I am goon.
It's what I know. Hey, what are you doing?
Bet I can get to the other balcony with this.
Okay. Ellie, careful.
It's okay. It's holding.
If I fall off here, do I die? I really hope I don't. Oh, I made it.
Nothing
Thanks
to
much.
Come on, Dina.
Right.
Do I die again? Give me my supplements.
Okay, cross the dome off the list.
Let's go find the courthouse.
Alright, I'm just going to do courthouse early. I don't have much, but I can make it back up by looking for supplies
It's
later.
peaceful out here, at least.
It's weird being in a QZ and not hearing trucks. Or gunfire and explosions.
My sister always avoided QZs. That's probably why. She just got more and more paranoid. She'd sometimes wake up screaming in the middle of the night.
I will go here though, because this is the
We always
most
had a
forgettable
backpack
part.
so we could bail
up
if
here.
something happened. Never stayed in one place for more than a few weeks. It sucked.
What we thinking? Revolver. I got most ammo with it. I don't have a silencer, so this might be bad. No, I have SMG, it's fine. Right. You think we're getting through this second try?
Nice one.
I'm a survivor. I missed my fucking revolver shot. I'm so autistic. Third time's the charm. Give me my modifiers, please. I don't need no horse. Actually, no, I do, I think.
Oh shit, look. Saravina
I
Hotel.
think if I die again, I'm
That's gotta
going
be it.
off.
Okay. Let's find a way past this, fuck Fedra gate.
Okay, here we go. It's out of gas.
God damn it. Well, what do we do now?
Oh shit, the note.
What?
The note mentioned that there's gas in the courthouse garage and the dome.
Alright. Courthouse garage and the dome. So what's the plan for finding these places?
We ride around and see what we see. So, where are we?
Pretty sure we're here.
Ah, nice. I'll mark it up as we go.
What the hell happened out here?
I'm guessing the military.
Right, should
bombed
I go
shit
for
out of this place.
resources and waste a bunch of time
How did they do
early, or
that?
should I just do
They
main?
sometimes destroyed parts of the city that were lost to the infected. Or to rebels.
That seems
No,
like
it's probably
what we
just
do.
gonna be
Well.
better if I just do story.
It usually worked.
On the infected or the rebels?
Both.
Shit.
Believe me. You're lucky. Fuel distribution. Here we go.
Fedra secured the shit out of this place.
Boston always had food shortages. Hungry people get desperate. Can you get through?
Alright, I got you. Shit. Stay low.
I'm gooning.
Nice and quiet. Shit.
Oh, the fuck ass clicker, bro. Great. I quit. Rage quit Last of Us. Time to look at concept art. Actually, I haven't played the Lost levels yet. I might do that. I don't want to do permadeath anymore because downtown Seattle sucks.
You're about to play an unfinished level from The Last of Us Part 2.
Hi, Neil.
The reason we added this section is there are a few sequences, and we picked the 3 of the best ones, that we cut from the game. You know, often we build a game that's much bigger than what ends up being the final product. They're months away from being finished, but we wanted to give you an insight of what it's like when we built the game, because often we have this whole thing constructed and it doesn't have final art or audio or dialogue. And here you get to see the building blocks of what it's like when we first string a bunch of these levels together. This is the intro to the first deleted level, and this one is the roughest of the 3. We wanted to show more of how Jackson operates. So this is the festival where Ellie ultimately kisses Dina. This sequence would have come very late in the game as a flashback sequence while you're in the farm with Dina. And we wanted to show what is the rest of Jackson doing, and wanted to put on the stick, make it interactive. So you could see when you're outside, there are all these almost like carnival games that you can play. You could mix drinks, you could play with these kids that are playing a sort of clicker Marco Polo, sit down and listen to conversations. And all the different interactions were first or second pass, very, very early passes.
Right.
The building blocks are there, but nothing is final.
No.
And ultimately, while we were very excited by this sequence, it's pretty fun and lighthearted. It just slowed things too much as we're barreling towards the end of the story at this point. So again, reminder, rough, missing audio, missing animation, missing gameplay tweaks, missing dialogue, but pretty representative of what it would have been. So enjoy.
Thanks, Neil. Neil Druckmann. Neil, stop pissing. What is this?
Originally, this level was going to transition us to farm. We would go all the way through to the dance, where Ellie and Dina share their first kiss. Then we would play through farm, and when Ellie plays the guitar at night, she would remember the seconds of it.
Bro.
So, the opening for this was a little tricky. We needed it to match at least a little what you might expect emotionally coming from prior beats. Because we were already purposefully disoriented given time and space.
What do you do? Speech
Remember,
bubble.
you just came from this huge fight. To jump straight into it would have been a little too jarring. After some back and forth, we rooted it in Ellie's nerves, calling back to her hands shaking in the theater. But this time, for a much more innocuous reason we'll find out later. She's nervous because she has a crush on Dina, who is the only reason why she's here at the dance.
Alright, mate. Morning, vendors.
Something we really wanted to do was highlight the way their lives had turned upside down since she went down this path. We had this idea of recontextualizing all of our usual gameplay mechanics that were designed for really violent ends. The workbench, door bashes, throwable weapons, and even the infected, which is my personal favorite. Peppered throughout the level are moments of levity or shared history, all the while seeing how happy and mundane they all were before her huge revenge odyssey.
This is nice. Oh, I can play. Oh, yes. I'm a pro.
It is not a festival without one of these throwing games. This one, of course, uses our throwable system where you're often chucking explosive things or stunning things, but for a more wholesome purpose, although some people take this game really seriously. A fun aspect of this is if you did well, you could win a toy here. Ellie would place it in her pocket. If you had done this, you'd find the toy with JJ, the baby, later back at the farm.
Oh, that
When we cut this, the toy made it through anyway because it was so cute. It is the same one you see on the tractor at the farm.
Oh.
Ollie the elephant.
Oh, okay. Cap. It's not changing it at all.
The makeup artist is pretty simple. It's one of those little in-game scenes we peppered in to make it feel like Ellie had roots in the town. Hallie, our writer, mentioned that in her mind, an ex-girlfriend of Ellie's tattooed her arm to cover up her scar. So we figured this might be the only time you get to see that. We wanted to hint at it and allude to it and make it feel like there had been so much more that had been happening and so much more than Ellie threw away.
Where's Bella Ramsey in this? Select a drink. Hell yeah, beer. What a great animation. Definitely finished. The beer drinking.
We use our workbench a lot to make a lot of things that kill and maim and hurt people. Here, we had the silly idea of using the same feel, harkening back to the same animations, using the exact same UI to instead fix a drink. Like the workbench, you could pick your base, and then you could add something to it. And at the time, we had some different reactions from Ellie based on how strong you chose to make the drink. Something we wanted to prototype, though, before it got cut, was picking up some ingredients around to add, like a lime or maybe a bottle of someone's favorite whiskey or salt, like you were earning upgrades. We also toyed with having Ellie carry around the drink you made and occasionally sip it, psyching herself up to go talk to Dina inside because she's nervous. It got too noodly, though, because she would need to keep placing it somewhere before she did anything, so it would have ended up more trouble than it was worth.
Where do I go now?
This is one of my favorite sections because I think that it achieves both the slice-of-life aspect of Jackson while also being a stark reminder of how dark the world that they live in really, really is. To attract attention and curiosity, one of the kids was supposed to make this adorable, messed up little clicker impression, and the others would giggle. We tried a version where if you got close enough, the kid might try and follow you a little before turning back. Since clickers are blind and move by echolocation, for this game of messed up tag, Ellie must close her eyes and listen for when the children give themselves away. The thought was that these kids are in relative safety. They still grow up with the dangers of clickers and runners, and all those lessons would embed themselves in the games that they play. When the festival got cut, they tried to preserve
oh no, I
this
can be up
and
the
move it to
kid.
the front of the game where the snowball fight is, as a tutorial. However, being in the headspace of a clicker doesn't really teach you how to deal with them. Eventually, it evolved, and they instead made the snowball fight, which was, I think, way more effective. For me, it's character illuminating that not only does Ellie know in this game,
the bloody bin. Right.
There's a familiarity with the kids that's really nice to see, especially because it's such a difference from the Ellie we see later, who has a sort of hollow normalcy that she's trying to get with JJ, but kind of fails.
Okay.
There's a hidden spot at the back that was just a bit of fun. It was highlighting Jackson's normalcy with something we would find in a real world. In the back, you would find teenagers finding some alone time with each other in a dark corner of a party. It was rewarding the player for peeking into a hidden corner, but ultimately redirecting them back to the festival. We also had versions of them smoking weed here, despite Maria's consternation, probably having gotten it from Eugene.
Right, that's all of the speech things gone. Tommy. Well, that was that. That was pretty good. I go, they cut that from the game, but still pretty cool.
In this second deleted level, which is an extended sequence of the sewers in Seattle, this comes on the heels of where Ellie goes into a building and she
I remember this part. This part's so bad. I got killed here so many times on the
window and gets swept away by the current, and then we cut this section.
You know, the reason why the meteor hit the dinosaurs is because God realized it would take too long for dinosaurs to create Wallace and Gromit.
Puzzles, interesting traversal, figure out how Ellie can navigate the sewers with the fighting current. ultimately, with a lot of these levels and these sequences, the reason why we cut them were for pacing purposes. But here it is for you in this very kind of raw form that part of it will feel finished, parts of it will feel like assets are missing as far as audio, animation won't be final, but it's a glimpse into what a game looks like when it's months away from finishing. Enjoy.
Get off of me!
Oh shit.
The ladder acts as an immediate goal for the player, but being able to climb out is not going to be so easy. To keep levels interesting and engaging, we alternate between positive and negative values the player experiences. Here, it's a positive to have found a ladder, but then a negative to discover it's not the solution. But then another positive to identify the next short-term goal of the doorway. By alternating between these opposing values, we give players what they expect, but not how they expect it.
Fucking kidding me.
Never be that simple and the apple, bro.
Okay. There's gotta be another way out.
This level, internally known as Find Nora, was quite long in duration as we had to make Ellie traverse a far distance to the opposite side of downtown Seattle. The sewer section was originally longer than what we released the game with, approximately 10 minutes more. This was one of the few areas of the game that used water flow as part of a traversal puzzle. The player has to go upstream to use the current to get to the platform to reach the other side. We mostly cut this mechanic game wide, however it remained in essence in the section swimming to the aquarium as Ellie when you were avoiding the waves. When players reach the doorway and enter into the room, they are faced with a dead end. The real reason for this dead end room is that on the reversal, when exiting back out of the doorway, players are faced with the route onwards. A pipe that they'd not been able to see when they were swept past it on the way in, and something that was hidden from view when on the side platforms. The intention here being that the only option is to go off the standard path in order to search for a way out.
What have we got here?
Some resources, I don't think I'll need them. Got a little resource.
Get me the hell out of here.
Throughout the rest of the level, we also used light to indicate to the player that they were heading in the right direction. At each turn, however, we blocked the direct route forward. Players would know that they just have to keep finding alternative paths, promoting those feelings of being desperate and trapped.
Pete Ellis, it's very tough.
We slowly introduced the player to consider climbing into smaller pipes and crouching in these tight spaces. This is to slowly build up to, and encourage, the player to climb into such a small pipe that they'd have to be crawling on their stomach, which is something that the player previously may not have recognised as a playable space, let alone the desired route they need to take.
Can't see shit.
We added
Up
a
and
tiny
out.
space just to reward the player's
Keep going up
exploration
and
with
out.
a pickup item, and we made sure it was something that made sense that you'd find in this area. A canister and all the garbage that had been washed into the sewers from the surface.
Tuning for fun, boys. Grass is green. I've got no upgrades.
We loved the idea of making Ellie prone through a tiny, dirty pipe in order to get out, as it was a great opportunity to use our prone mechanic. A unique camera setup was created to support crawling in these pipes, as the standard prone camera is much higher above the player. We also created custom collision in order for Ellie to manoeuvre in these tight spaces easily. Initially, the oblong collision capsule around her character caused issues crawling around corners. We put extra effort into the custom corner collision, so the movement experience is as smooth as the main game.
Fuck. Okay. Don't lose your shit, Ellie.
I'm guessing there's going to be an infected and... Oh no.
In order for the player to feel cramped, claustrophobic and desperate, we'd been enforcing the traversal mechanics that allow for a tight environment which promote these feelings. We introduced the use of the squeeze through so that we can keep the player feeling enclosed and tight, but without repeating the same geometry. Here we change from low ceilings with wider walls to high ceilings and tight walls to change up the spatial pacing and keep the level from repeating itself.
Can't go in there. Locking me out of using a gun here.
Shitty place to die.
Quite literally.
Originally, we had the waterline much higher here, so players had to swim through this tight tunnel. However, from watching user test feedback, it was occasionally causing people to discount the route entirely and turn back on themselves. So to avoid any risk of this happening in the final game, we present a lower water level so the tunnel is easy to see and commit to using. Although this isn't as impactful without the prone swim, it's the better decision as it means a smoother experience for the player with no backtracking frustration. As we surface from the water and over the crest of the slope, we reveal what is further in this tunnel. A clicker that has sprouted and fungus has grown on the sides of the pipe. It was great to see people who user tested this area becoming increasingly worried as we forced the player to squeeze past the fungus and inches away from the clicker's face, all the time not being sure whether the clicker might be alive or attack them. Although we aren't as cruel as to force a clicker attack in such close proximity, we do have a payoff for this moment. This clicker momentarily turned into Joel to show Ellie's PTSD from what happened to Joel at the start of the game. Ultimately, we decided to save this moment for the farm level, as it was more impactful there because it could become the centrepiece of that experience. Whereas in the sewers, we weren't able to make it as much of a narrative point and give it the breathing room and reaction time that it deserves, given the tight space.
Yeah, that's fair.
We draw the player towards this pipe, as it is seemingly the route out of the tight space. Fairly soon, it is obvious that this path is blocked. If the player goes all the way up to the bars that block the path, they are rewarded with a pickup, so this journey doesn't feel wasted. It is important to encourage the player to try to progress along this path so that they would subtly be thinking of progress in this direction. We hint to the player that there is a bigger, new space beyond this pipe by showing the player the waterfall. This helps players consider the other route where they don't know how far the tunnel is or whether they'd make it.
Oh, shit!
You're making it in Jack Stevenson, though.
For the final section, we eventually opened you out into a wider area as you traverse through such tight spaces leading up to this. So changing the environmental pacing makes it begin to feel like we're coming to the end of Ellie's ordeal. An earlier iteration used the current that we'd shown at the start for a slightly tougher traversal puzzle to conclude the sewers. The ladder was clearly visible from most of the area, but the player was faced with a fast-flowing torrent of water they couldn't cross. If the player attempted to jump into the water, they were not able to swim across the ladder due to the water's speed. But instead, they had to traverse the pipe running along the top of the space in order to get across the water.
Same. No, I need to get something for that. Oh, this part's similar to the original part.
Using this pipe was retained in the iteration we shipped with, as
Yeah,
it's the last
I
of the
remember this
extreme
part in the
methods
actual game.
Ellie has to undergo in order to escape the sewers, and what she will go through in her pursuit of revenge.
With rule 34.
The last ladder climb is quite lengthy, and although we could have trimmed it down to a shorter climb, we liked how this last segment of the journey built anticipation, and whether there was success at the top or not after all you've been through. The ladder exits out into the subway station, which is how it connects in the final game. Ellie then has to find her way to the hospital from here, crossing paths with the scars for the first time.
The hunt.
For this third and final deleted level, what we call the boar hunt sequence, this was a sequence pretty late in the game. It was right after the whole Seattle Abby sequence where Abby spares Ellie. And then we wanted to come back into Ellie's story, but keep it a bit mysterious of how much time has passed, where is Ellie now? So we're coming in on Ellie and she's following a trail of blood. And we wanted to mirror in a way the deer hunt sequence from the first game, but this time do it with a boar. And there's something with Ellie that now she can't let go of this violence. She's pursuing it even against this innocent animal. This was another opportunity to show how the violence that Ellie has experienced, the violence that she witnessed being afflicted onto Joel, is still sticking with her, and she's still experiencing these PTSD moments. This was a sequence that was pretty far along and was cut pretty late in production. Parts of it are still really rough, but the gameplay, the building blocks were all there. I think you'll have fun to see, like, again, a rough, unfinished sequence that you can play. You can see all the way to the end, and including a cinematic that we end up cutting. And the remnants of the sequence ended up being mentioned in Ellie's journal. So this part of the story that we developed still made its way into the game as kind of optional stuff that you could read about, but here you get to experience it. So as a reminder, this is pretty rough, months away from being finished, but you get to see it now.
Big up, Neil.
So the boar hunt was one of the hardest levels for me to work on. It was a huge challenge with the systems that we had, and we kept trying, but it never felt quite right. Originally, the level happened after the Jackson Festival, which also got cut, but before Farm. Once the festival got cut, it became the prologue to Farm. The intended experience is that we jump forward in time after the fight with Abby in the theater. We don't know where Dina is. We likely assume she's dead because she was just bleeding out. Ellie is alone. Her hair is short. So maybe this is the future or the present. And she's hunting. Hunting who? Abby still? In early iterations of the fight, it was more arena-like. The player slowly whittles down the boar's health. Ellie gets more visceral and more vicious. We get a little worried about her. As the boar gets weaker, more panicked, more feral, and we start feeling sympathetic to the boar, was the hope. In all of these iterations, especially of these wider areas, it required custom AI and scripting to make sure it continued to feel organic as an animal, but we really needed it to do specific stuff. It needed to be able to close distances really, really quickly. It needed to charge to attack, but we wanted the feeling of hunting, so we needed to track it down from afar. And we also needed to discourage the player from attacking the boar when it's that close, or it would kind of turn into this melee kerfuffle. How do we do this in our world while keeping the boar believable?
Fair enough. So, boar hunt. Oh shit.
Gotcha.
Restore.
The gas station was built to highlight the boar's destructiveness. Since it's cramped, the boar feels larger. We also feel trapped with it, though perhaps it's trapped with us. When it charges, it gets to us quickly, so we must be on our toes. This made it more aligned with Ellie's sort of hunting for trouble mindset. Listening became more important, as well as moving around slowly so it didn't hear you. Could you spot it before it saw or heard you? And could you get a shot off quickly enough so you could dodge out of the way? Or is the shot worth the cost after? It feels like a gamble. By the end of the fight, everything would likely be in shambles, the boar would burst through the back, and Ellie would follow it and finally enact revenge. We must have gone through 5 or 6 iterations of the boar fight and all, and every single time it changed pretty drastically. We split it into clear phases, where one was like all long range. We tried another where you're getting close and you get the jump on it quite literally. You're jumping off of a rock to attack it. And then finally, we tried a bunch where you almost sort of go around a bunch of trailers and try and wrestle it. We uncovered after some time that taking down a boar over several phases felt very laborious and a little dramatic. It was comically long, it felt too boss-like, a little too gamey. We decided to cut the first few phases, and we opted for a cold open after the boar had already been hurt off-screen. So that allowed us to focus on feeling like we're closing in on prey and to introduce the boar when it was at its most dangerous. Already hurt, already feral, much too close for comfort. And so the thinking was it would bring us more into Ellie's mindset. Is this really hunting for food, or is she hunting for some other reason?
Right then.
Okay. I can't see shit.
What the hell? Yeah, this is definitely unfinished. Mate, the fucking boar's chasing me.
Nowhere to run.
The boar kill was supposed to be anything but glorious. With the boar whimpering at the back of the gas station after Ellie's relentless hunt. After this, hearing the drone that we kind of come to associate with Ellie's trauma, we would hard cut to the stream where she's washing her hands and holding rabbits that she hunted, about to return to Dina. And there would be no mention of the...
Don't show me, Joel. That was my favourite one out of the 3 lost levels, the hunt. Right. Think I'm done. Yeah. I'm gonna head off now. You guys. Night, Pookie Bear. I'll be on tomorrow if you wanna play. Alright, I left the Discord. If there's anyone still watching or you watched the full stream for some reason, thank you. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow, probably Rivals, unless I feel like playing something else. Yeah. See ya.